What's up, everyone? Welcome to a brand new episode of The Violent Mic, powered by Violent Money. I'm Daley Perales. Sitting with me, we've got Joe the Baller, Dom the Black Panther, Woodin, and Jazz the Postman. I want to talk to you guys about fear.
Fear?
Yeah, fear. There's...
When you said that, it hurt my chest. I thought, fear.
Fear, it can run in so many ways. It's very deep, you know what I mean, in my opinion, especially when it comes to life, or if you're an athlete. You know, fear is, I think, is it real? Is fear real, do you think?
Of course fear is real. Yeah, 100%. 100%. You as a football player, 1-1, 90 minutes, you got a penalty. Are you not fearing that guy's going to miss the penalty?
I wouldn't say it's fear, no.
You're more anxious.
Yeah, you're more anxious. It's not fear.
All right, then.
But then does in a situation like that lead to feeling like you're a failure? So does fear come into play? You know what I mean? Does it come into play? You're saying when you walk up to a penalty, but then look, if you miss that penalty, you're let down yourself.
Yeah, but that's not.
You're letting down your teammates, your coach. Obviously, they give you a pat on the back, say, you know, don't worry about it.
How is that fear, though? That's not fear.
Because people have fear of failing, don't they?
Yeah, no.
You don't have fear of failure.
I see fear in a different light.
How do you see fear?
So, like, my dad.
Yo,
I get it.
Listen.
I used to fear my dad.
Yeah.
Is it?
Listen, let me tell you. He knows. He can vouch for me, yeah?
Yo, we got some stories.
If he would tell you, and I love my dad, right? Because he's made me in the man I am today.
Yeah. Scary.
No, it's not scary. He used to be scary, but obviously he's older now, isn't it?
Because you're a big man now.
No, it's not that. But if you saw the way, if I used to come in late, the fear in my face.
Joe?
Yeah.
That's how he say his name.
Okay.
Joe?
So you've been his best friend, yeah? Did you feel it as well?
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Shit.
He did.
One time, yeah, you talk about fear. I was fearing that I would freeze to death.
Listen to this story, yeah.
You know, for the whole night. Because I had fear of
Knocking on my door.
knocking on his door.
Does he will come out?
No. I had nowhere to go, bruv.
Oh.
You know, them times, you know, were hard then, man. I had nowhere to go. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. Everyone's asleep. You know when you get to the street and the lights are off and you're like, why are they off? So then
Tell him the whole story, bro.
I jumped over the back gate
You're nicked.
into their garden, into his garden, and I just chilled there.
He was like this. He was like this against the wall.
Yeah.
Wait, at any point, did you knock on that door?
No.
No.
Do you know how I knew?
No.
He was there? We used to have like scaffolding in my back garden, yeah? So my room's facing the garden. I was thinking, wait a minute, it's 1 o'clock. What's that noise? Yeah?
So you got...
I'm not even gonna lie, I was scared. How old was he then? Like 17,
Yeah,
16?
16, 17.
16, 17. So I was scared. So I went into my dad's room, woke up my dad, said, Dad, there's someone in the garden. And my dad, you know, obviously from the Caribbean, St. Lucia, get to bed, man. Go to bed. Go back to bed kind of thing. I went back in my room and I heard more noise. I looked out. My dad said, let's go downstairs. So I turned on the kitchen light and we see someone. I didn't realise it was him. We see someone leaning against the fence like this.
Freezing, bro.
With his head down like that.
And guess who it is?
And my mum come out. She was like, Joe, is that Daley? I went, Daley?
What are you
And he
doing,
looked up
you
like
nuts?
this. I was like, what are you doing? Because I didn't want to knock on your door because obviously it was
You know
late.
why? You know why? Because I respect parents. Believe it or not, even though I grew up in my situation without, you know, real parents, I actually respect parents. I respect my elders. So I didn't want to disturb anyone, you understand? I'm
Especially it's not your house.
I'm like that. Are you like that?
Yeah, every time I go to my mate's house, I'm the only one out of all my friends that go into the house. The first, even if I come into your house or come into your house or come into your house, even if you try to have a conversation with me, I'll come in, I'll say hello, but even if I'll stop you in the conversation. Who's in? Is your mum and dad in? Because I will stop you from the way what you're talking about and go into the front room and then say to your mum and dad, hello. Like I'm here, like hello everyone. And all my friends say to me, my mum and dad love you, Jazz. They love you. Because I'm always that kind of person. Because the parents, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're important. If you want to have a friendship, because if you want to have a friendship with that person, like, do you know what I mean? Your mum and dad is the one that can tell your son or daughter, like, no, I don't like him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But
Fear of even asking for a packet of crisps when I was younger.
Or,
You know what I
or in the
mean?
house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
You know what I mean? Fear.
I get you.
How can you have fear like that? Your own parents.
yeah,
But you having fear.
I feel with my mum. My mum's from the Caribbean as well. And I remember one time I got hit. My mum beat me one time.
Really?
Yeah, that was.
Oh, they're the worst, man.
Oh, gosh.
Especially African beatings.
You reckon?
Hey.
Oh my God,
African
mate.
beatings.
Listen, I'll tell you
Been there,
why
done that.
I'll tell you why African beatings are so tough.
Are you African?
Them
though?
yeah, I'm half Nigerian.
Oh, see.
Yeah, my dad's Nigerian. But when I started to get to know him, I soon found out, you know, what African dads are like. So he worked some night job in a security company. He brought me and my younger brother with him for the night shift. He's fast asleep in his chair. You know, we're bored, we're kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sitting here in one place. So all we do is just take off and we go up and down the lifts just to, you know, look at through the whole building, you know, and explore. When we came down from the lift, the bell went ding, and my dad went, "Oi!"
No.
He beat us, man, with fists, man. Like full-grown man
Hey, I
punches.
swear, it's either the freaking slipper or your old fist.
Yeah,
man.
my brother jumped on his back,
Either that.
you know, to try and wrestle him off. You know, you understand? So,
Do you know what's weird? Because obviously me and Daley are a bit
Yeah.
older, yeah? So
Yeah.
when I look back to how my dad used to beat me as a kid, you think back then, you think now, because we got kids,
Yeah.
I would never even dream
Nah, yeah.
of, but you're getting all sorts of trouble
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
But
Get nicked.
my dad done that for a reason, discipline. Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't to do, and go back to fear.
yeah.
Yeah, is to like respect him.
Yeah.
Don't take the piss kind of thing. And that's how I see fear. I see fear as in I look at my dad. If I was to ever take the piss,
You know, yeah.
yeah, I know what's coming. So,
Yeah, I remember when he chopped you round the neck.
yeah, yeah. No, he did.
Straight chops.
Listen, he used to say to me, and this is when we were in trouble, he used to say to us, "Stand still with your arms to your side,"
Yeah.
and he would just give us a
And it
chop
just makes
right
you
there.
flinch every time
Yeah,
because you're expected to get hit.
Yeah.
Dom, if you laugh, if you laugh, bomb. And then from there, it
So-
always used to kind of feel a bit of anxiety.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what I mean? Because
So let me just say this. So from you as now, yeah. So when you step into the ring, just before you back to fight, do you not feel a bit of fear of what's going to happen?
fear or anxiety. They're two
It's
different.
both. But
You got nerves in there as
It's
well.
both,
Yeah.
man. Do you know what I mean? It's even like when your management calls you up and say, "Oh, we got a fight for you," and after they hand over the opponent, and you're just searching over their opponent, you're over your potential opponent. Your adrenaline starts to pump in, and you start to get the anxious feeling. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a normal thing.
So
and
so that picture you posted on your Instagram
which one?
when you're about to sign the papers.
Yeah.
Before you sign that paper, did you have no fear about what you're putting yourself into?
Nah, not at all, because I've been doing this for
a long
over
time, yeah.
10 years now. Do you know what I
No
mean?
fear
So-
whatsoever.
No, but obviously there's always going to be some type of fear
Well-
and anxiety going into a fight.
Put it this way as well. When you first start boxing, nobody wants to get hit in the face.
Exactly.
So you hesitate to do certain things. If a coach is telling you, okay, all you have to do is throw a double jab, okay, it might sound simple, but that fear is stopping you from doing what you need to do in that ring. You know what I mean? And it's only with repetition, it's only with training, it's only with doing things on a daily basis, sparring, that you come accustomed to that kind of thing. And then that fear goes away. You're like, okay, it's normal punches coming at my face. So you turn that fear into something positive and control it.
I don't really know what anxiety actually means. So can one of you three actually explain to me about anxiety? What
Okay, yeah.
if you've been through it?
Yeah, I've suffered with anxiety and I still suffer from anxiety today. One of the biggest things I'm trying to control right now, and I'm still don't know how to control it. And that is, I always think like this every day, like real deep like this. It's like, how do they create a world like this where they create us to produce another life. And then you raise that life. You grow up with that life. You love that life because that's your own flesh and blood. To then one day you're going to have to say goodbye to them. So that's my biggest anxiety in life is like, I know one day I'm going to have to say goodbye to my wife. I know one day I'm going to have to say goodbye to my kids. When I look at them every day, that gives me anxiety because I'm like,
That's the other way around.
or the other way around. Yeah.
That's strong.
The kids have to see the parents die. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, or kids
that's
seeing
what-
that.
well, that's what you
Yeah.
want. You don't want your kids to. You don't want to see your kids die first.
I hope I pray to God I just go peacefully sitting in a chair or in bed or something, man,
That's true what you said.
because I think about it every day and it just rocks my mind, man.
Right, what you just said just then, that's what I was about to say, is like, even me, with my kids, I think about it every single day. But I think like, with my life, I was always scared about death. And then I always get to a point where I start thinking about what my mum always says to me, why are you scared about death? Because she's a Christian, so she would say there's another life, she says, yeah? So then I just think to myself, what I do now, with my kids, and Dom, you also realise when you get kids, mate,
I'm the only one without kids.
you would know. You would start
I will
thinking.
know soon.
Even sitting on the sofa with your kid, and they don't even think about you, but you're cuddling and they're watching TV. That small little memory just there, I think to myself, this is what you got to take in, because this is what I personally now I'm only 25, but I've done a lot of stuff that I always wanted to do, and now I think to myself, this is what I want my life to be like. I just want to take in every single memory with my kids, even like I just said, sitting on the sofa. That's what I want to take in. That's what I want to live for. It's for memories. What do you reckon? You reckon life is just for memories? Because everything is a memory. Yesterday was a memory.
I saw a philosopher, not saw him obviously, because he's an old school black and white days philosopher, and check him out. It's called Alan Watts. I don't know if you've heard of that name, but he's a philosopher and he just talks about everything in the world. It'll rock your mind, man, send you to sleep. But he says one thing, I don't know word for word, but he says, what do you think happened when you were born? He goes, it's the same thing as when you die. You think about it, you didn't know anything before, you know what I mean? So he was just saying it's just the process. You go through the process again. You know what I mean? So it's crazy, man. There's a lot of you could have a whole debate on what you think.
It's a never-ending debate. Do you know what I mean? Like, it all comes within faith. And all of that, and all of those topics there. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like we don't know what happens when we die.
No, but I've got to a point in my life where just before I stopped smoking, because my godmother, she passed away. And then I got to a point in my life for that, because she passed away because she was smoking cigarettes, so she got cancer, and I used to smoke a lot then. So I stopped smoking. I thought to myself, it only takes one cigarette. So I stopped smoking, and then I started thinking to myself like if I was going through some mad thing in my head. I'm thinking, if I pass away, what have I got to show or nothing? I mean, then I thought to myself, I want to have if I have a kid, at least I've got someone that I've left behind that thinks about me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then, do you know what I mean? So at least now we've got kids, apart from you, Don, mate. So soon.
No rush.
Do you know what I mean? So even so from then, everyone was at least still be a part of this world. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like I'll still be a part of this world even when I'm gone, because my children will still think about me.
Yeah. And
I get it.
100%. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You leave your imprint on this earth. Do you know what I mean? 100%.
And I think raising kids as well, you have to teach these kids, you know, it's not all roses, is it?
Is it hard?
You can't.
Is it hard raising kids?
Yeah, I think the biggest lesson I like to give them is obviously be thankful, even if we're not rich. Be thankful that we have more than a lot of, kids or people have in this world. You know what I mean? You see it every day on the news and everything, and it's a sad sight. But I always teach them to appreciate the small things.
How many kids have you got again?
I got about 20, man, to tell you the truth.
20 plus, the ones that you don't know of.
20 plus.
I'm really joking.
But I teach them about setbacks, to that no matter how tough, you know, life is, you know, there's always going to be setbacks, but don't sit around and dwell on it and mope around and use that excuse to do nothing with your life. Use it as a thing. Take it as a lesson.
Yep.
And then you take that lesson and you just learn from it and prosper after that. You understand?
It will always rain, but the sun will come out.
Yeah.
That's what I started thinking. It always rain, but the sun will come out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You always have a hard patch in life, but you always have a good patch. You always have a good part in life. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's the ongoing cycle. Do you agree?
There's always light at the end of the tunnel. Do you know what I mean?
But kids,
Just going through, getting over the adversities. Do you know what I mean?
but kids nowadays, all they're interested in.
Yeah, and
So kids, I can't even say anything because
Well-
I ain't even got kids.
and 20 kids, I was obviously joking. I was talking about my dad.
No,
You know, those
no,
African
right.
dads, they
They be pimping heavy.
What I was gonna say
Yeah.
is, kids nowadays, like how was your you got
no, I
boy
actually,
or girl?
Boy,
How old is he?
7.
7. Has he got a phone?
Hell no.
What about your kids?
Absolutely
How old your one? The oldest one.
16.
Oh yeah, he's definitely got a phone. She.
Yeah. I say, like Rio, he was like, what was he, 11?
11.
11 when decided,
Get him a
okay,
phone.
get a phone, but obviously there's rules. You know what I mean?
So
Like,
when you come home.
you can't start like unnecessary social media stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I
You
was
know
gonna say. So you come home, you open the door. They're on their phone.
Yeah.
What are they doing on their phone?
The thing is, when you got someone that's 11, 12, going on towards those teenage years, it is hard work, man. It's hard work because all their friends have phones. All their friends are on TikTok. All their friends are on Instagram. All their friends are on YouTube. You know what I mean? So it's hard to keep them off
To
it.
keep track of them. Because
Yeah.
if
you
they're
do-
growing up as well, and they're getting through that stage as well.
Yeah.
You know?
I
So
just-
it's hard
So,
to
yeah, but then that's
I'm a bit harsh. I reckon I'm a harsh dad, man.
You reckon?
Harsh dad.
Why'd you say that?
I think because I got this thing with love, obviously through my background, where I find it hard to show love. Obviously I love my kids, but to show it in the way I want to show it is like a bit difficult.
I feel you.
You know what I mean?
I'm like that
I
bit as
agree.
well.
But then I feel like nowadays, like I was gonna say, is that nowadays, like social media is a massive thing now.
Yeah.
And when we got home, alright, we got home. Probably you guys as well. You'll get home from school, whatever. If you had a phone, you wouldn't be on your phone for half an hour, would you? You'll be on the phone just to say to you'll be on the phone.
Well, back in
texting-
those times.
Yeah. You'll be on your phone telling Delhi. Anytime you use your phone, Delhi, I'm at the bus stop waiting for you.
Yeah, it's true.
And then your phone is in your pocket for the rest of the
Yeah.
day until your mum calls you saying, "Where are you?"
Yeah, but
right?
you're forgetting.
then
You're
again-
forgetting. You're forgetting. The phones that we had back in the days.
Yeah.
You had nothing
Simple
but
messaging.
Snake.
Yes.
Yeah, but you had
Yeah.
texts.
Nah, but that's
You
like,
had-
but no,
that's like early
no.
2000s.
You had
though.
texts.
No, but,
though.
yeah, but he's talking about us.
Right, all right.
Yeah?
Okay.
So if we had social media on our phones back then,
Yeah.
we would probably be looking at them.
Yeah,
but we never had that back
That's what I'm
then.
saying to you. That's what I'm getting at. Is the fact that the way it's changed is
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh,
but
yeah,
then,
cool, yeah.
It has destroyed kids.
Massively, yeah.
yeah, but
No,
you
I
say
believe
that.
so
You
as well.
say it's destroyed them, but
I reckon it has,
The
bruv.
society is now-
Bruv, it
it's
has,
social media.
bruv.
Okay,
It has,
Wait,
bruv.
Why is it? Why has it?
No,
Why is it?
why has it? I'll tell you why. Because when I was younger, yeah, there weren't phones, bruv. There was no mobile phones when I was
iPads,
younger.
no iPads.
So when I wanted to go and meet up with a friend, it was fun, bruv.
It was
Because
fun,
you
yeah.
go and knock on their door. It doesn't matter if they're
fun.
there or not there.
You would
You
take that
go
risk.
there and take
You
the
would take
risk.
that risk if they're in or not.
And then you, it's so-and-so there.
Is he allowed to play out?
Yeah, I just get him. And you're like, yes, come on, let's go and play football.
What is it? You tell your mum and dad, yeah, you got no plans. You say to your mum and dad, "Mum, I'm going out." You don't even know what you're gonna do.
Yo, dude.
Mum, I'm going out.
Bruv, and then
you're gonna climb the wall,
Bro, and then you start trying to get creative. Like one
man,
time,
you know what
I was
I mean?
going to my friend, right, you bring the crackers, right, I'm going to make some jam sandwiches, I'll put them into little squares and make sure there's a set of 8, you know what I mean? And then we go on a little adventure through the forest. Let's stop here to eat the strawberry sandwiches.
And then you can play rounders.
Yeah.
You used to use a pole
Yeah.
And you got to touch this pole. If you touch this pole, that pole looks exactly the same. But if you touch that pole, you're out, mate. If you got to touch this pole, and you know what I mean, that's a creative piece of money. But what I'm saying about social media now is that social media, a lot of YouTubers have got famous and rich off of social media. So
yeah, I see your point.
So we're saying now is that you're told. So that's what the world we're living in now.
Yeah.
Is that you can get rich and famous off social media.
Okay,
but you're sitting there saying, like, well,
yeah, but at the same time, you know, okay, no, I'm not saying
it's a bad thing.
Yeah, it is bad, but it's bad if you don't know how to control it. It's bad if you don't know how to teach your kids how to control it. Like me, I don't want my son sitting in the dark
On the phone.
from 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. Yeah, on a PlayStation 4. You know what I mean?
No, I get that.
That's just destroying the mind, man. You know what I mean? Get up, go and do some exercise. I'm harsh, man. I'm like, get up, do some exercise. You know what I mean? Lazing around, sitting in the dark. You know what I mean?
Listen, I tell you what, my exercise when I was growing up was playing out with my friends, playing knockdown ginger, putting stink bombs in people's letterbox, and running.
Yeah.
That was my exercise. Do you know what I'm saying?
Run out.
And stuff like. Do you know what I mean?
So from when you finish school, yeah, you hang about after school for a good hour, and then get home. As soon as you get home, you get ready to go go back out.
Yeah.
So when was you actually at home? You was only at home. You probably even missed. Your mum will give you £1. You can get a full portion of chips with
Chicken
that
and
£1.
chips, mate.
So
Chicken
you don't have to go back home for dinner. You're out. You're only going back home to go to sleep.
I remember.
But I see teenagers now, like my sisters, I never see them out. They probably go out once a week. And that's only because all their friends, 5 of them, plan to go out.
Yeah, for me, the social media thing's a bit of a mess because the amount of people you see nowadays taking their own lives because of social media,
Yeah, for real.
it's a bad thing. It's a bad platform. So
Everyone wants to be like like someone else.
Yeah.
Like if you take like a woman, and I'm not saying all women. If you take a woman for example, all they're seeing on social media, is women doing themselves up, whether that's plastic surgery, Botox, whether it's trying to look slimmer to fit in a certain dress. You know what I mean? And then that's what's destroying a lot of women's minds, man.
Is it me?
Yeah, but how about men as well? How about men as well?
Well,
You know what I mean? How about men as well?
wait. Go on. What do you mean by that? Men as well?
Because you're talking about women.
Yeah.
Like on social media doing all of this and that. But
Yeah.
how about men as well? We like some of us do narcissistic things on social media. Do you know what I mean? Same thing as women as well. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's
No, I'm not saying I was just making.
I think it's everyone,
I was
yeah.
just making a point, man.
Oh, right, okay.
When you see a woman on, for example, in I don't know, OK magazine, and then you see a woman, that blatantly hasn't lost 50 pounds in 2 days, bruv, or whatever it is, and they're standing there in the OK magazine, holding their stomach in,
I get you.
and going, you can lose 50 pounds like me. You know what I mean? That's what's wrong with.
No, 100%.
wrong with it.
From my point, I feel like it's cool to be yourself.
Yeah.
It is cool to be yourself.
It's funny you say that because it's like you know when you look at social media, do you see everyone being themselves though?
No, you
You
don't.
know what I mean? You don't. Everyone's got a persona, I reckon. Like, let me tell it's like when people take a selfie, for example. Yeah, let's say a selfie, and then you put it on social media. What is that? What does that picture serve? Are you saying, look at me? You know?
Yeah, but so you said it, yeah, but
What do you want people to see in that picture? That's what I'm saying.
But like an overweight person, will put up on Instagram that they're overweight.
Nothing wrong with big girls, by the way. Let's just put that out there, you know what I'm saying? Let's just put that out there.
An overweight person will
Only put their head as a profile.
No. Will go on Instagram, and show they're overweight and dance and do the TikTok video, and everyone that's overweight is thinking, if she can do it, I can effing do it.
Yeah, if it's in a positive way. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm saying to you, being normal is cool now.
Well, let's talk fashion, bruv.
Right.
Let's talk fashion, man. This is what I mean about. I always say, don't follow. You know, be a leader. Like what you like, do what you do. for you, not for anyone else. And one thing I relate it to, if you talk about fashion, everyone's always wants the latest thing. Everyone always wants the latest thing because it comes up on an advert or on a TV, or someone's wearing a trainer. Oh, I need that trainer too. But in the end, them trainers that we were wearing back in the day, they end up coming back out anyway.
Exactly.
So why don't you just wear what you want to wear because you want to wear it?
Yeah, but that's what
You know what I mean?
That's what goes
People out Apple and they're lying at 4 o'clock in the morning because they want the latest phone.
That's what I said back. That's what I said back then. I said to you, being yourself is normal now. You go down to Brighton, you'll see all kinds of people, and it's a set. I mean, everyone when I go down there, I have the best times ever because no one cares what you think.
Yeah.
No one cares. That's why. No one cares what you think. Like people dress all kinds of ways. But with fashion, I grew up thinking I couldn't. When I was about 17, when it was illegal to work, I really struggled with working. I was in that jobs that I know tomorrow. I just couldn't push myself. When I worked for Tesco's and all that kind of stuff, I couldn't really find myself there. Do you know what I mean? I feel like this isn't for me. And I was always in that jobs, and all my friends were always working. And then they was always going shopping and things. And I used to go with them. And guess what I was doing? I was skint. I was holding their bags because they had too many bags. And then I thought to myself, oh gosh. And then when I got to a certain age where I was focused now, yeah. And I started buying all these designers, what everyone else was wearing. I used to buy them because everyone else was wearing them. And I didn't buy them because I wanted to. I bought them because
fashion.
Yeah, it's just
everyone else is buying it.
Domino effect.
I got Dolce & Gabbana on.
I wish I lived in the days of I think it was 1920s. You know, when they've got those. Yeah, you see like those gangster car days. You know the way they look in movies with black and white.
1930s and 40s.
Yeah, and
Al Capone's.
Everyone. Yeah, the women dressed elegant. Yeah, and the men always all suited and booted. Everyone. You know what I mean?
You wouldn't see them wearing like us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay, but why? But why though? Why wouldn't you if you like that, why are you not dressing like that?
But there is people that like that.
Okay, but you said you like that.
But obviously there's a short
So why are you not dressing like that? If you like that, why are you not dressing like that right now?
He got me there. He got me there. He got me there.
Because people just go with what everyone else.
You know what? It's because the world's a whole temptation, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
You're gonna go for the most convenient thing. You ain't gonna be bothered to put on a suit every single day.
Exactly.
It's just like, people eat burgers and fries? Should they? But should you eat it? Pizza. Yeah. You know, and that's another thing. You're talking about kids. That destroys kids as well because when it comes to food, for example, and nutrition, most kids these days they turn their nose up at the food you're putting on their plate.
Yeah.
And I hate that. I come from a world that don't turn your nose up at the food that's on your plate. Don't look at it with disgust because there's people that can't even eat this stuff. You know what I mean?
I agree,
but they're Whopper pizza down their throat so quick. You know what I mean? Burger and fries so quick. Everything's a temptation. When do you see a TV advert where it's saying, "Look at this delicious salad. Look at the nutrients in it.
Never.
Come and get this tomato salad or whatever. Just healthy vegetables or whatever." No, it's KFC, it's pizza, it's Burger King. Everything they throw in your face is a whole temptation. I want to talk about the golden ticket. And I'm not talking about any golden ticket. I'm talking about getting the golden ticket through a child prodigy. Or even if he's not a child prodigy, you know, you're getting it through forcing them into something they don't want to do. And
how about even something that they do want to do?
Yeah, both, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do you think it's fair for parents to be pushing their kid in a way where it's forced just because they see a glimpse of talent and they want them to, go all the way with it?
I would say it's good to encourage. I wouldn't say force. Do you know what I mean? Like,
but that's what we're talking about. We're talking about parents that do force because they do force.
And also, it depends on the age. Do you know what I mean? It depends on the age. It's like if you got like two parents, got a son or a daughter that, for example, plays football. Yep. He's a very good footballer, and they're on the verge of going into like, let's just say the academy system, on the way going up to getting a pro contract.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, as parents, you're going to be proud of your kids. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, you would want them to push more in order for them to reach their goals within what they're doing. So I think 50-50. I don't think putting, like, if you like forcing them to do something, it's also putting pressure on them, on the kids. You get what I'm saying? So it's. You need to find a balance.
Yeah, that's right. You do have to find a balance. And has any of you seen the Tiger Woods documentary?
No.
Oh, the new documentary is crazy.
What's that on Netflix?
On Sky documentary. So if you're talking about someone that's really pushing a child prodigy, then look no further than Earl Woods.
How old is he though?
Huh?
How old is he?
From Tiger Woods started golf from when, like, as soon as he could walk, basically.
Yeah, but I think it's more enjoyment.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Because listen, I give it Taylor 7. Yeah, my son's 7. Yeah, he plays football. He plays with his school team, right? I could get him into Palace development. He's been offered to go, but I've said no because I want him to enjoy playing football first with his friends. Because if I take him to Palace development, the enjoyment will still be there, but it won't be as much as him.
He's gonna start feeling like work.
Okay,
and then he'll start and
pressure on
exactly.
them.
And then I don't want him to grow up not liking football.
But then the argument will be, not from me, but some people will say, but then you will never have seen Tiger Woods if you took that approach. You would have never seen the Williams sisters. You would never see Floyd Mayweather. You know what I mean? All these people that Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
You know, you will never see
example.
Michael Jackson. The brutality of the way they treated their kids. I mean, if you watch that Tiger Woods documentary, you're left debating whether Tiger Woods is psychologically fucked up or does he like being Tiger Woods? You know, but it's a big debate because when you're watching Tiger Woods, you're watching someone that loves and lives this sport and loves it. But then on the other side, you're watching someone that kind of has a love-hate relationship with it because of the way his dad, you know, treated him to be one of the best golfers. You know what I mean? Yeah, imagine all that pressure at a young age. You're getting Nike endorsements and everything at an early, young age. You know what I mean? Pressure.
I feel like, from my point of view, I feel like I'm like, obviously I'll try to push my kid to do all these kind of sports and that, but then it'll get to a point where they get to that age. It was like when I got to a point where I get to an age where I had to go to church every Sunday with my parents because they took me, and then I got to that age where I can actually physically say to my parents, I don't want to go. And then it's that point from a parent where you say, all right then, don't go. Or it's that point where you say, no, you have to go. And then from there, it's like, if it's in sport and I say I don't want to go and they tell me I have to go, you get to the point where I'm there just because my parent wants me there. You don't enjoy it. Yeah. You just do it because you're forced into it. That's what I mean. Do you know what I mean? So, and then that's when craziness starts happening. Do you know what I mean? And then, so it is a big thing. But then I feel like for my kids, I'm going to try everything out. But if they don't want to do what they don't want to do, that's up to you. And then later on, if they regret it, I'll simply just say to him that, or her, my daughter or my son, I'll say to him, that was done to you.
Yeah, and Dom, if I said to you that someone is, let's talk about like Britain's Got Talent, for example, a program like that, or America's Got Talent, X Factor. Would you be one of those parents that let your kid know, listen, you cannot sing, find another thing that you love doing? Because that's the kind of parent I am. Yeah, that's why I'm harsh. I'm harsh, man.
Damn,
I'm harsh. I'm very harsh. At the same time.
Because that runs them down, though.
It's life. It's real life.
Listen, I don't even have kids, but I can feel that already.
Yeah, but then, but why would I want to? You know, why would I want
my kid to go through that?
go through. Yeah,
Sell him a dream, basically.
I always. This is what I say
No.
to one of my sons. Yeah, this is what I say to him. I say, listen, if you're playing football for fun, then that's fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you're turning around and saying you want to be a footballer, yeah, and you want to do this and you want to do that and you want to be like Cristiano Ronaldo and, you know, then show me that you actually want to do football in that way. That means if you're trying to get good at something, I don't care if you're 8 years old, if you're trying to get good at something, yeah, watch football then.
Yeah.
How are you going to pick up being better at something if you're not watching something and learning? You know what I mean? And all that stuff. Show me that you can, you know, go outside and practice 100 kick-ups, for example. You know, do everything you can, even at a young age. So I know it sounds harsh, right? But all the best athletes in the world, you know, that have been successful, some of the biggest names in sport, in music, they have started that dedication from a young age. And you wouldn't see all those stars if it wasn't for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can't, you got to find the right balance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I say one thing, when I was in school, I always wanted to be a football player when I was in school. And then in my school football team, there was only one guy on my football team, and he's a professional football player now. He is quality. And then I always wanted to be a football player. My teacher, my PE teacher, you know, you always got the cool PE teacher. You always got at least, everyone here probably got at least one cool PE teacher. That's real deal. And he said to me, he said, Jazz, what do you want to be? I said, oh, I'm going to be a footballer. He said, Jazz, you ain't going to be a footballer. And then when I was there, I was thinking, little prick, like, telling me I'm going to be that. Look at me today. I'm not a footballer. But what I'm doing now, I'm sweet with it, do you know what I mean? What I'm doing now, I'm probably earning the same money as him. Do you know what I mean? So, and he was real. Why was he real? Because I probably wasn't as good as...
You thought you was.
I thought I was. Do you know what I mean?
Joe, did you, you know, with Taylor, so what age, because, what is he, 5?
7.
7, sorry. He's 7 now, so what age do you think you're going to turn around and be like, if you see talent in him, like natural talent, yeah? Well, not even natural, you see him working hard in training, you see him developing, what do you think is a good age where you will turn around and go, right, that's it, now it's time to take it serious?
You can see it already, because obviously we're a coach, you can see the standouts.
Yeah.
But for me, he's a kid that's quite low, not on confidence, but he's not really a social person. So if he's not around his friends, he's very shy.
Yeah.
So for me, the first thing for me,
want to
for
concentrate
him
on that first.
Yeah, is for me to concentrate him on having that social side of things.
Yeah.
Being confident around other people. Do you know what I mean? Once I see that happening, next year I reckon he'll be fine. Maybe 8, 9, I would say. Once I see that happening, he's confident around strangers. Not strangers, but people that he plays football with that he don't know. Then off you go, man.
So do you think another approach, I think that you said something similar to this approach, where you just let your kid fly. Whatever they do is whatever they do. They'll find it out for themselves. Or if you see something in your kid, you know what I mean, and you see them taking a liking to something, would you jump on it? I know you ain't got kids.
Yeah, I ain't even got kids, but obviously if I'm visualizing myself in that position, if I see like my kids got something that they can really do well in, of course I'm gonna try to push them to continue and keep going, because I know where they can get. Do you know what I mean? But obviously in terms of like proper forcing them, nah, I ain't gonna do that. I'll obviously encourage them to keep going. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, not forcing them. Yeah, not at this start. Not at this start. This stage. They naturally get into the sport.
Yeah.
Because they're doing it for fun in the beginning.
Yeah.
But then once you see the talent, then wouldn't you want to push him and use everything?
Of course, I'm going to do everything in my power in order for them to be the best they can be in that specific field that they want to, that they're doing, that they enjoy. Do you get what I'm saying? Of course, I'm going to push them to
from kids, even kids, you can see the kids that are passionate.
Exactly, but obviously I wouldn't do it to a point where it's going to run them down and they're going to be like, nah, I don't do it anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you wouldn't have seen Tiger Woods.
There's two ways to push them. It's like, there's a nice way and there's a harsh way. There's one saying like, look, like, Dom, like, you're really good at this. Like, look, like, yeah, watch you, you're really good. Like, everyone likes you, everyone thinks you're really good. And then naturally that kid runs thinking, hey, I'm really good. Yeah, go on, I'm going to do it. Or there's, you got to do it. Like, you're good, you got to do it. You have to do it. And then from that young age, you're just thinking, oh, I've got to do it now because my dad said do it. And I feel like the biggest thing is, from a young age as well, is like your son, he's 7. And you say he's got potential in that when he gets confidence, blah, blah. But when he goes to school or high school and stuff, he'll get a group of friends. Mm-hmm. And not one of them group of friends are good at football. All they want to do is go party and blah, 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 blah. And that takes a big, massive impact in your future.
Yeah, that's when as they grow up, they start to make their own decisions.
You know what I mean? So from that point of view, so what do you do from that point of view? Do you step in and tell them you can't hang around with them people because you got this lane? I don't want to go in this lane. You got this lane, or you let them do what they need to do, and then when in the long run, you tell them, well.
You can only advise them. You can only advise them and guide them. Yeah, you know what I mean? Once they get old enough and they've left the house or 18 years old, you know, there's not much you can tell them. You can only be there and support them, guide them, and tell them about your experiences that messed you up. There's a lot of shit that messed up my life. I tried to tell that to my sons because I don't want them to go down the same route. The thing is with having a son is when they get older, they look at you like you're just annoying them. You know? They don't understand that you're really trying to protect them from this world, you know what I mean? And tell them the harsh reality of life, you know what I mean? That it's not what you think it is, you know what I mean? So,
true, kind of, well, talking like that, it kind of reminds me of my career. Like when I was coming up as a young kid, because before fighting, I was playing football. And I just organically switched over to MMA. And obviously
I'm laughing because of the black Macaulay Culkin child prodigy.
When you were playing football, did you actually think that you
listen, I wanted to be a football player. My dad was fully behind me. My mum, my dad, especially my dad.
Really?
He was fully behind me, do you know what I mean? Until it got to a point where I was just like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do MMA now.
Was that because of friends' influence or was that a natural decision?
What, going into MMA?
No, falling out of football.
Yeah, because you got football and because that's a similar story to me. So you got football and MMA. Yeah, one had to go. How did you come to that decision?
He missed a couple penalties. His coach said, "Nah, mate, sub bench."
No, not even. I remember my last football game I played. I was pissed off. It was the team I was playing for. It was a really good team, and obviously the coach for some reason didn't like me. I don't know why, but he really pissed. I was really pissed off. I remember the way I finished playing football. Like that last game I played sick, and I scored one banging goal that day, and I just left. So when I left,
dumb,
we have to test your skills out, bruv.
You see me? You put one goal in. I thought you can nab that goal, mate.
No, but I remember that day, and I was in the car with my dad, and I was like, I don't want to play football anymore. I want to do MMA because I was training MMA. I started training MMA the time I started.
You're going to play football, huh?
He was just like, no, you got to continue. I was just thinking to myself, you know what? No, I remember that day. When we got home, like people, like my mum, my dad was just, even my brothers was just like, nah, you don't want to do this fighting, blah blah blah. And then obviously when I got into the fighting, they started seeing what I was doing, and obviously being a young kid at 15 years old, being around people that are like twice your age, do you know what I mean? And obviously as a young kid, you're coming up, people see you, like people that you train with, like obviously you're within the field, you're getting good, so obviously people see potential in you, do you know what I mean? So like your teammates, people that see you train and stuff like that, so obviously they blow smoke up your ass kind of thing, like, oh yeah, you're gonna be this, you're gonna be that, so obviously it gives you the confidence and makes you. It blinds you. I'd say it blinds you a bit with certain things. Do you know what I mean? As you're coming up, like obviously as a young kid, you're naive. You're naive to a lot of things, which I was. Do you know what I mean?
I want to ask you a question, though. Have you ever gone through anything in the past that's very significant to, the reason why you're a fighter? Because you're talking about child prodigy and all that, and then growing up, and then you've made the switch to, you're in MMA now, you're a talent. It's because I always think this, right? I've got this theory that you can only be one of the world's best if you've really gone through some fucking shit.
You reckon?
That's my opinion. I'm not saying I'm not saying that it could be, yeah, but everyone can interpret that how they want, because you know, as I said before in one of our episodes, someone that's going through stuff that's like this, yeah, doesn't mean that someone that's suffering or going through shit that's like this size, you know what I mean, doesn't make it any different. They could be feeling that just the same as someone that's going through a lot of stuff like that.
Nah, there was nothing like so deep for me to like transition into MMA. It just happened organically. I like when I got introduced into like MMA, combat sports, I found it interesting. I liked it. So I came in like as a fan of it, obviously before training.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not being like disrespectful or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because Klitschko brothers, they got PhDs. Yeah. They got grew up, you know, families. Obviously, they found it rough because they're on the streets of Ukraine and all that kind of stuff. But you know, they got PhDs and they've become world champs. Yeah. But 9 times out of 10 in boxing, when you hear a commentator talking in the early rounds of a fight, they're always talking about how bad or how rough that fighter has had it and what's got him to this point. He's been through this, he's been through that. You know, 9 times out of 10, you hear that story from fighters. And I'm not saying that's the reason why they're the world's best. Yeah. I always think to myself, could it be the reason that they're the world's best over someone that hasn't gone through that kind of stuff? Is that extra drive? Is that extra motivation? Like when I go to America and I see these boxers from America, or these Mexicans, you know, the difference I see from over there to here, over here is soft compared to over America.
I get you.
Soft, soft, because over here, like, as you say, we're talking about the social media with the kids and everything like that. You know, they're spoiled over here. So they don't know what it's like to be tough or go through rough things because they got everything basically handed to them on the plate. You can go and sign on tomorrow if you want. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? True. You're not really deep in it. If you want some money, you can really go and get it. Yeah. Where over there, the mentality is different. If you're in the gutter over there, you're really in the gutter.
Yeah, poverty in places like
and
that.
And the only way out, and the way, because they got so many great fighters, the reason why they got so many great fighters, because the only way out of that gutter is to fight. You know what I mean? In Mexico, you got kids turning pro at 15 years of age because they need to fight to put food on the table for their family, for their mother and father. It should be the other way round. They're turning pro at 15. You know what I mean? What do you think about that, Joe, man?
Yeah, I think you're right, because it just goes to like, I'm going to go back to football, yeah? South America.
Yeah.
Different circumstances.
Different. Like, here, we have 5-a-side pitches, 4G pitches, 3G pitches. South America, where do you think Ronaldo start? I'm talking Brazilian Ronaldo. Yeah. Ronaldinho. Yeah. On the streets. Playing football on the streets. Barefoot. No fancy football boots. If you watch a Pele documentary.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, you see it how it is. So when you say that, I think it is right. You start down, deep down in the gutter kind of thing. And then
the hunger's different.
I mean,
the circumstances are a lot different compared to places like in Europe, compared to like somewhere in like South America,
or Africa. Why is it that you look at a lot of these kids in Africa, even though they're going through this stuff, you always see them with a smile on their face? It's like they're free.
Because that's all they know.
Yeah, it's like they're free, man. No stress, man. This life is stress, bruv. Yeah. More needs to be done over there when it comes to looking after them, food and all that, water and all that. But a lot of them over there, trust me, that have got there. You know, you talk about Ngannou's mum that likes living in that traditional hut kind of lifestyle. You know, that's happy. That's probably happiness to her.
Yeah. Do you reckon you could have any job you want?
Yeah, if you work for it.
Do you reckon you can have any job you want?
No.
Do you reckon like culture, race?
Yeah, no, definitely not.
100%.
Any job.
100% culture and race holds you back. 100%.
Yeah?
Bruv,
100%. 100%.
bruv, go and stand in front of thousands of black people in like America and
There's no-
who would say that they could get every job, bruv. Any job they want.
America.
Yeah, but that comes
America,
down to does race is race a big thing when it comes to like jobs and that?
Yeah. What? So you reckon that's down to?
Well,
you reckon that's down to race?
But what else?
No, I'm asking you. I'm not debating.
Yes,
I'm saying
it is,
you reckon that's
because
down-
there is a load.
Oh, you tell me, bruv. You two love football. You two love football. You tell me, bruv, why they gave Ryan Mason the job over bloody Ledley King. Ledley King's black and was Jose Mourinho's assistant. You know what I mean? So
But
that's
a lot of it comes down to race, man.
yeah, we can only talk what we see.
Yeah.
We can only talk what we
Oh,
see.
of course,
and what I see is, like I just said, no black football. The closest one was the Brighton manager. And he was mixed race.
Yeah, what's that?
Oh, Chris Hughton.
He was mixed race.
Chris Hughton, yeah.
And he done a lot for Brighton.
Chris
He rang them up.
Hughton. And if they are black, they're always in the lower divisions.
Exactly. But why? But this I mean, what I'm asking is that why now?
No
Are
support
we
whatsoever.
not intelligent?
No, I don't. I think it.
Deep, man.
I think it has got a part to play in it. Yeah, I think you're right. But then it goes down to saying like, there's certain continents out there that don't play football. Do you get what I mean?
But when you think about it, the best players, like the most, like if you put a group of 10 best players in the world, more than half of them are black. So we got
us black people, we're known to be entertainers.
Haven't you seen?
What's what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we got like
What's that movie?
That's
Get
why
Out, is it?
that's why the majority of the most talented people on this earth are black.
But we
Do
got
you get what
players
I'm saying?
like Steven Gerrard and Frank Lampard, for example. They're football managers now, yeah. But why isn't Etu, Ronaldinho?
No. I think that's yeah. But you're kind of looking at it as, that's probably the direction they want to go down. You got to remember, there's
stars.
you know, there's black players out there that do work for charities. Exactly. There you
but
go.
You're a footballer, but why
But that's what I'm saying.
Why we heard if they're doing something really important, they're doing something really big. Why not heard of? Why?
I think.
I mean, you only know. Do you know any? I don't know any. I've only just heard you just now. Why? Because that's big what they're doing. Why have we not heard of it?
It's a missed. Boy, it's not a missed.
I'm sure if Frank Lampard or Steven Gerrard done it, it'll be in the bloody news tomorrow. 100%.
Well, that's the world we live in. We can't say.
That's the world we live in.
We
do you know what I
can't
mean?
say all white people are racist, but what we can say is.
But why do you say white people? It's not just white people. I hate
Well, black people as well.
when we
Yeah,
talk
black
about
people
race,
as well.
When you talk about race and stuff, I hate when people just say white people.
But you know the reason why I'm saying that? Because it's fresh on my mind, bro. Reason why I'm saying that, because it's fresh on my mind because of George Floyd, bro.
Yeah.
So it's fresh on my mind. When you see some white person kneeling on someone's neck and he can't even breathe, bruv, and he's saying, I need some air, you know what I mean? Obviously, and it happens all the time. I'm not saying that.
When we talk about that, yeah,
A black person could be racist to a black person.
When we talk about that, yeah,
See it all the time.
Yeah,
See it all the time.
When we talk about racist, yeah, and when we talk about racist, I hate when people just say white people. I understand why you're saying white people, but it's not just white and black. Doesn't mean people need to understand it's not just white and black people in the world, bro. There is racist people that
We wish it could be like that. When I walked into a boxing gym as a kid, my nickname was Blackjack.
There we go.
I thought that was normal though, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, what time you call this, Blackjack?
This-
I was like, and then, because I didn't understand really, but now I'm older, I'm like, I'm thinking about, wait a minute.
I think
That is racist, bro.
this race topic would be a good one for
to finish up.
another episode because I think
Next time.
I think it's something that's happening in the world right now. It's something that is always going to be happening in the world right now.
I just wish it was all peace, man.
Exactly that.
That was a great show. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel because we're bringing in the heat and we're bringing in entertainment. And this is the Violent Mic, powered by Violent Money. We'll see you soon.